Some tragic news today as Gaylord Perry, one of the most prolific pitchers in Major League history, has passed away. Gaylord Perry will always be known by baseball experts as the man who loved to throw the spitball, one of the most effective pitches or most annoying pitches, depending on who you ask. Gaylord Perry was born September 1938 in Williamston, North Carolina. And his dad was a noted athlete. Gaylord Perry would play in the Class A state baseball tournament in 1955 and did well, alongside his brother Jim Perry, who is a Minnesota Twins icon and still living. But Gaylord and Jim were very good, and they both went to Campbell University in North Carolina to play college baseball. Perry had a reputation for doctoring baseballs with a spitball and all that, and would be monitored closely. But August 1982, he finally got caught and was suspended for 10 days. And Gaylord Perry famously wanted to endorse Vaseline, but they sent him a thing saying, "We soothe babies' backsides, not baseballs." And Gene Mock said he should be in the Hall of Fame with a tube of KY jelly attached to his plaque. Perry would use his reputation to psych out the hitters as well as Reggie Jackson one time when Perry played for the Mariners. He knew his spitball. He said by 1964 he learned how to pitch the spitball, and that helped him out getting through the San Francisco Giants pitching rotation, if you will. He was a relief pitcher for the first few years of his career from 1962 onwards. And then when he got to the starting rotation, he was 12-11. And then an 8-12 mark in 1965 made him 24-30, which meant he was not really a good starter. But for some strange reason, Gaylord Perry put up a great effort in 1966, finishing 21-8. His 1-2 punch with Juan Marichal rivaled the Koufax-Drysdale 1-2 combination of the hated rivals, the Dodgers. Perry would be the team ace for the Giants in 1967 after Marshall's injury. He ended up being 15-17, but he had a good ERA. Gaylord Perry actually got a no-hitter September 1968 against the eventual nationally champion St. Louis Cardinals 1-0 at Candlestick Park. Ron Hunt, who wasn't known for his home run power, but known for being hit by pitches a lot, was the only guy with the home run. The strange thing was the next day, the Cardinals had a no-hitter by Ray Washburn, the first and only time that back-to-back no-hitters have been pitched in the same series. And Gaylord Perry was not known for his hitting ability, but one famous story was that in 1963, his Giants manager Alvin Dark said there would be a man on the moon before Gaylord Perry would hit a home run. And oddly enough, the day of July 20th, 1969, when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon, walked on the moon, 1 hour after Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon, Perry would hit a home run, which was shocking. Perry would help the Giants get close to the division win in 1969, but they lost to the Atlanta Braves. Perry would only play 2 postseason games in his career, in 1971 and the NLCS, going 1-1. Sanford would then trade Cleveland, Gaylord Perry, and Frank Duffy for Sam McDowell. Unfortunately, Sam McDowell went downhill after his alcoholism ruined him. Perry would win 24 games in 1972, winning the Cy Young Award, becoming the first Cleveland Indian to win the Cy Young after Bob Feller until CC Sabathia in 2007. Anyway, Perry would do a lot of things about spitball and all that. But Perry would help out Cleveland and actually accounted for 39% of the Tribe's wins from 1972 to 1975. Unfortunately, Frank Robinson, who was player manager, did not think Gaylord Perry was good. So Perry was traded to Texas in exchange for Jim Bibby. Perry would do decently. But, he pitched a few years for Texas. And then he would head to San Diego in exchange for a middle reliever and $125,000. That trade was huge because with the Padres, he won 21 games and got the Cy Young, becoming the first pitcher, not the only pitcher, but the first pitcher to win the Cy Young Award in both leagues, which was amazing. And, Perry's 21 wins were a quarter of what the Padres got that year. He even struck out 3,000 batters, becoming the third pitcher to do that in the modern era, which is amazing. Gaylord Perry quit the team in late 79 and wanted to go back to Texas to play for the Rangers, so he did. In 1980, he was 5-9, but then was traded to the Yankees for a pair of minor leaguers. Perry was 4-4 with the Yankees and did not pitch for the Yankees in the 1980 ALCS against the Royals. Then he would sign a one-year deal with the Braves and finished 8-9. Not bad. He wanted to get to 300 wins so badly, but Atlanta released him. However, late in the spring training, Seattle said, why not take a chance? So they signed him, where he was nicknamed the Ancient Mariner, if you will. Perry got to 300 wins for the Mariners in May of 1982, becoming the first 300-game winner in 19 years, which was shocking enough, all that. Perry would not start well in 83, and Seattle designated him for assignment, which Kansas City picked him up on waivers, and, he did okay and all that. He actually surpassed Walter Johnson's record of 3,509 strikeouts, becoming the third pitcher that year to do so. Steve Carlton and Nolan Ryan were the other two. And Gaylord Perry, surprisingly, was a main player in the Pine Tar game. Remember George Brett's home run against the Yankees? Well, Gaylord Perry got George Brett's bat and gave it to a bat boy to hide it in the clubhouse, but the umpire caught him, and Perry was actually retroactively ejected. Perry would retire in September 1983 with 314 wins and 3,500 plus strikeouts. Gaylord Perry was named to the Hall of Fame in 1991. It was actually a finalist for the All-Century team. The Giants would actually retire as number 36 in 2005, which was amazing and all that. And was actually given a 2010 World Series ring alongside Giants legends like Willie McCovey, Orlando Cepeda, and Willie Mays, who never got a ring. Well, whilst in San Francisco. He even got a 2012 and a 2014 World Series ring as well, which was amazing and all that. Perry had a wife and had 4 kids, 3 daughters and 1 son, but Perry's wife died of a car crash in 1987. Their son, Jack, died in June 2005 of leukemia. Gaylord Perry's nephew, Chris Perry, is a professional player for the PGA Tour and part of the ASG 40s and 90s club. Gaylord Perry will